right now, and it's going to be a very difficult game for the Kaja because, like you said, for a Kaja, you're kind of setting up the map for yourself because you want to have bush control. If you cannot control the bush, you can't actually get whoever you want to get. And if you don't have the bush control, you don't get to choose. And the thing is, it's hard to choose already. RRQ AKIRA already having 3 very, very tanky frontliners.
And with that being said, the choice to give Leo here an Akai is very Occupy Thrones, meaning that even in their grand finals of MPL Mena where they won their championship, this is a tendency. Just give Gado something that can carry with in the late game, and then just have the rest of the team try to buy time on the map. Jace, I have a bad feeling. I feel like RRQ AKIRA saw this coming.
I don't know, man. Like, I feel like if I'm Spider-Man senses are tingling, whatever is tingling. But you know what's tingling, everybody, ladies and gentlemen? The crowd is just cheering for RRQ AKIRA, affecting both of these two teams. Occupy Thrones, they're riding on it.
We're going into game 1 in this best of 3. It's the champions from MPL Brazil and MPL Mena. It's RRQ AKIRA going up against Occupy Thrones. Ladies and gentlemen, we will have to iron out a few kinks in the competition to make sure that our athletes get to have the best experience and put on the best show for all of us. Now, with that being said, a few more moments for us to digest what might happen.
So this is what I'm predicting and what we gotta look out for. The first 2 turtles, because whoever gets the turtle buff, you have a small advantage to actually control the map in terms of controlling the bush. And again, like I said, this is very prime for Occupy Thrones. If they do not get any kind of mistake coming in from RRQ AKIRA for the first 2 turtle picks, it's gonna be very, very problematic for them. If RRQ AKIRA, not only do they not get picked off, but they also establish a good solid ground inside the jungle of Occupy Thrones, then I gotta say, RRQ AKIRA, they're gonna have a very good transition from mid to late game.
Yeah, but LaFell, I think at this level, at the best of 3 in the lower brackets, I don't think it's about, you want to count on your enemy's mistakes. I think you have to create the opportunities to allow the enemy to create mistakes, right? But at the same time, what I'm looking from the side of Occupy Thrones is the control in the mid lane. Valentina usually have a very strong early game presence and try to get ahead. But it's going up against a Yi, which has a lot of slows and also quite a good wave clear as well.
Based on the way that this discussion is going, it's a matter of Occupy Thrones moving much faster than we have seen them both in the group stage and the knockout stage. And I don't know if that's possible. Again, even if our good friend Naisu says they trained their minds out.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it was,
whatever
right?
it was, yeah. We gotta
see, you think about something too much and you try your hardest and the best performance doesn't come out. That's what I'm afraid of here. The fact that Occupy Thrones is trying a strategy that isn't a sound.
Okay, so Jace was talking about you got to create your own opportunities.
Yep.
How you create that opportunity is with the Kaja.
Correct.
Now, let me remind everyone what they're working with. You got a Kaja that can pull someone in, but then the follow-up damage is going to be the Valentina, the Akai, as well as the Claude. In those first 2 turtles, will they have enough damage? But before that, let's look at the player head-to-head.
Now, you brought up the fact that it's all leading up to, again, the 2 turtles helping out the core damage dealers, right? Pushing your strategy forward. And who do you have to expect to carry that burden? The gold laners, right? You have here Gado and Gusta Lagusta. Obviously, stats are skewed on over to Gusta Lagusta. And again, this is why I'm so worried for that Claude.
Another thing to worry about is that in the marksman matchup, a 1-1 going up against a Claude will usually take more time as compared to the 1-1. If the 1-1 knows how to play aggressively, she will be able to, walk around, play around with your weak points, and then win that trade. And you've also got a semi-pew for yourself at the same time. The Kufa will definitely linger around the 1-1 side to make sure that this 1-1 get a very good farm and good GPM, but take a look at looking at the head-to-head right now, is leaning towards Gusta Lagusta with a 768 versus a Gado, which is 626. Expect Gado, especially on the Claude, to play passively.
I would argue that this stats is not 1-to-1 because the way that their games have been progressing is very different, where RRQ AKIRA, they had very good matches in the group stages, and even though I would say Occupy Thrones had good matches themselves, but it really doesn't give the same results as RRQ AKIRA. So looking at the stats, I kind of feel like, yes, it shows that on average, Gusta Lagusta has been, rocking way more in terms of damage, in terms of gold, but I kind of feel like Gado, he still can match up against Gusta Lagusta, but the thing is, you gotta look at the movements. Who's really putting the pieces together? Who's pushing this there, getting this, getting that? I feel like that's gonna be the main thing, and that's why, again, I'm really focusing on the transition from the early to mid stages of the game.
And I think that's their main difference. You can argue about stats, how they're taken, what the sample size is, but the fact is, both these players are activated at different times in the game, right? Early game, you can expect Gusta Lagusta to come off. But for late game, Gado has never missed, right? Even with his Lunox, with his Beatrix, with his Claude, now in game 1, we're gonna see exactly how that comes to fruition, all right? For reals this time. Let's do it. RRQ AKIRA versus Occupy Thrones. Mind the jungle rotations. It looks like it's a pure mirror. It's orange to orange.
Another thing that we also seen from other Kajas is that they need to establish that river control, right? To make sure that you know where the enemy jungle is, you protect your jungler from, any sort of invades. At the same time though, I feel like both these two teams, take a look, both these two roamers, focusing on the mid lane for now.
Right now, Fury is doing quite a lot of damage onto Saigon, and Luis is checking out where everyone is moving, because as a Kupra as well as a Kaja, any cash heroes, doesn't really matter who, push control is super important. Right now, Fury 77 is actually doing a lot more than Saigon is able to, going up against Maro and Fury.
The best part about, the Valentina is that, yes, you can clump together, and that's where her passive comes into play, right? The more that you land these spells on top of the heroes, you gain more EXP. Just take a look. Just the difference in the EXP level. Saigon's skill dropping at level 2. Fury 77 has already hit level 3.
And that helps with Occupy Throne's plans.
Correct.
I'm guessing, because again, that's less pressure on Gado. Takash though.
Oh, Fury 77 found Takashi, but the Shah residue just makes him super tanky. He will be able to sustain out of this fight.
They're professional players. If that was me, I would have gone for it. But probably all the skills were in cooldown, and they understand they cannot lose early. So right now, good setup, but Gado not going to get caught by Luis.
Oh no, Leo spots that there's a little bit of pressure on his gold laner, catches the Brazilian Heartbreaker.
Oh,
this could be
Luis
dangerous.
gets hit to the wall. The flicker will be allowing Luis to save his life. Occupy Thrones has ganked twice. None of them sticks.
All right, so again, full control from RRQ AKIRA, right? They are not shaken. They're not stirred for sure. And look at King. He is first on the scene, quickly pulling that turtle.
Yeah, 37-7 is something that we need to take a look at, right? He needs to hit level 4 quickly, gain that real world manipulation.
And so far, he's just coming onto the scene. 4v4, pending. Could it be? Turtle less than half health.
Maro is already level 4. He's trying to abduct. It's going to be the fragile that takes, but the real world manipulation. Leo takes the first turtle away, and they've already picked up their prize. The RRQ AKIRA will punish them back.
First blood for a major objective. Lofel, was that worth it?
I honestly feel like it's perfect for RRQ AKIRA, because that is what Occupy Thrones want. They want the first 2 turtles, and they understand. And like I said, based on the stats, numbers don't lie. They want to fight first, objective second.
Oh, the slow coming out from Sagan is actually helping him quite a lot. Maro and also Fury 77 will not be able to catch anything for now.
So now here's what I'm thinking, right? Half of your team wants to go aggressive. The other half wants to go get objectives. What's Occupy Thrones doing, right? Oh no, he's gonna get sandwiched!
Oh, Maro is gonna get absolutely sandwiched by the AKIRA Brazilian team. No way for Maro to get out there.
So now, Occupy Thrones, they gotta look at the map. They gotta understand their win condition. And it's slightly difficult because, like you said, they're a mishmash of everything, where it's kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none kind of situation with the draft. So Hulk over here, going up against Takashi as of right now, yeah, sure, a lot of trades going on, but nothing really happening. Looking at what Occupy Thrones really should do is they gotta find a way to get inside the jungle of RRQ AKIRA. But based on the draft, easier said than done.
Yep, and there's a cheeky emblem build on Leo. He has a little bit of damage and then didn't go full in on the cooldowns. So that might be something that comes into play. Saigon!
Oh, it's going to be Saigon actually getting terrified at the same time. Maro jump all the way to the back line as well. The blazing away from Gado shreds the back line of RRQ.
And King just walks away. RRQ AKIRA, they lose 1 and they're happy to at least survive. So again, this is the first time I've seen Gado so aggressive so early.
I mean, as an analyst, it's good to feel good, to get it right. Leo here fighting King, but not enough damage as of yet. Like I said, Occupy Thrones, what they want to do is want to get inside the jungle of RRQ AKIRA because, again, bush control. I'm going to stress that until the end of the game.
Yeah, this is the second turtle for now. It's got the members from the RRQ, so already set up base. Leo, on the other hand, doesn't have the ultimate, so they have to be careful. Louis jump all the way in. It's going to be Takashi in the Black Dragon form, looking for some pick off. Leo will be nowhere to be seen. RRQ AKIRA has full control of the turtle penalty.
Astro Thunder almost single-handedly winning that turtle for RRQ AKIRA. And now you see what that translates into. King's
Louis.
so confident in the back line.
Louis charging in about Mero might be the victim right here. It's going to be Louis that gets suppressed, but no follow-up coming up from Occupy Thrones.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? I want to talk about that turtle fight because in that fight, Leo did not have his Hurricane Dance, and this is also very dangerous where RRQ AKIRA, they're really looking at everyone's cooldowns, everyone's spells, and looking at the itemization over here, I would say everyone is optimizing their items. Sorry, God, they're having a lot of penetration as well as the necessary items to actually mitigate the damage.
Something interesting, right? Coming out from a club, but hold on a second. Louis bouncing around, trying to slow down Occupy Throne just a little bit, but it doesn't stick. But back to what I was pointing out, and looking at the items, Gado did not opt for the Swift Crossbow.
And that's something that we'll have to watch out for. Maybe his priorities are elsewhere, because again, he's playing off kilter. This is a different timing. Gusta La Gusta.
House go in, and he tries to smash, but it is going to be the 1-1 that takes into the air, but he managed to walk out alive.
I'm sorry, I'm an analyst. I cannot explain that.
I can.
Okay, sure. What's going on?
Lapu broken?
Yeah, no. It's the bravest fighter, and then it converts his second skill to damage reduction. He got extra shields, and that's what helped him survive against Gusta La Gusta. But the turret, not so much. It still sends him home.
It is going to be a turret trade right here for the top and the bottom, but it is going to be RRQ AKIRA focusing on the bottom side where the next turtle will spawn.
Yeah, right now, again, RRQ AKIRA, they're kind of like almost checkmate here. They got the map under control. The way that their damage is coming up, they're going to have it soon. And it looks like an engagement coming in. It looks like King is not going to commit.
Nope.
Maradon's is the one to use the ultimate as well.
Yep. So again, we're still seeing evidence of Occupy Thrones having different timings, and so far, that's what's leading to their stats just spiking up in damage taken. And Maro trying to make a play here for the turtle. It's free!
Oh, it's going to be Maro that will be slain for now. It's going to be Saigon actually going in with the real world manipulation at the same time. It's going to be Furry 77 unable to find his real world manipulation. Takashi coming in, finding Gado. Oh, a triple kill! Over the goal to Saigon. Gusta La Gusta cleaning it up.
RRQ AKIRA, they're setting it up very nicely. They're making sure Occupy Thrones don't actually move together. You guys can split up because in this kind of matchup, they could kind of take 1v1s all over the place because the way that they're setting up, okay, we're going to set 3 people closer towards the purple buff area. And again, Maro in this case, it's not that he doesn't want to catch anyone, but he doesn't have good choices in front of him.
And looking at the map, that clapback, that sudden turnaround. Again, the shields from the turtle could not have come at a better time. RRQ AKIRA just making the most of it, pushing all lanes in, mid, bottom to top, and they suddenly have a 4K gold lead.
The fates are definitely smiling for the Brazilian team, right? Everything is all pushed in. They picked up, well, 2 turtles right off the bat. Occupy Thrones only picking up 1. The mismatch of that tempo coming up from Occupy Thrones is a little bit confusing, and I think the caster, as we clearly point that out.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, right now, for Occupy Thrones, the weight is on the shoulder of Hulk. He right now, he already has enough sustain with the Bloodless Axe to hopefully go in, start the fight. Let RRQ AKIRA show their faces because without the knowledge of where everyone is, Maro cannot be activated. So for them to win a team fight, Hulk has to smash.
Yep, and Maro only has a dominance ice. There's really not much this Kaja can do, especially then when there's like, what, 2 or 3 members of RRQ AKIRA on you. And now a concealed play from Luis. Leo pops a heavy spin immediately, and the answer...
Heavy spin will be allowing Leo to pick up that kill, but it's going to be a trade for the objective, throwing that away. Reagan going in real world manipulation, cancelled it right off the bat for now. Occupy Thrones will be able to pick up 1 member for free for the time being.
Now the question, was that planned? The whole heavy spin plus Black Dragon form into a turret. Was that worth it?
Looking at the reaction coming in from Occupied Thrones as well as RRQ AKIRA, I don't think that was really planned. It was just reactionary. It's like, I think he overcommitted, so I'm going to try my best to catch him. And that's why we see the pin wasn't really that clean, but it still got the job done.
I think the biggest problem from the side of Occupied Thrones is they don't have bush control. Just take a look how Lewis is just running from one brush to the other. Occupied Thrones, if they want to open that map, they need to walk in.
And that's why vision is so important. Again, Luis, as a traditional tank, a roamer, can just check in. Clear, clean, right, Maro? Given Kaja's current rework, he is partly tankier, has better sustain, but you can't beat a classic old bouncing ball in the bush, right? So I guess that's what's buying RRQ AKIRA all this space, all this vision, all of this clean engage, and now Luis stretching up. Oh, misses his target.
I think Maro can't really find any angles for this. But in the meantime, Lewis could simply charge up and just jump in there. But hold on a second, that's the target they're looking out for. Takashi, he gets pinned down the wall. Second trying to pull down the damage on the side. But look at the back line. It's going to be Lewis trying to make a play. Gado, he got caught. And now Gusta is all the way to the back line. Very flickers all across the wall. Takashi, no, he's still alive. It doesn't matter because Saigon will be the one that brings down Leo on the top side.
Isolation, confidence, and pure brutality. Astro Thunder kept away Akai, kept away Leo, and bought that whole team fight for his squad.
This is why synergy is so important, because let's make it simple. If you want to catch, you got to make sure you got enough damage, and they don't have enough damage.
Oh no, 1-1 goes in the air. Gustav feeling Gustav after this.
And so far, they're doing so much. They're winning so much on the map. If they stayed maybe a second longer, that inhibitor up top would have been nada. And I guess they're just happy to start taking buffs, taking away major objectives. RRQ AKIRA turning the map blue.
Oh yeah, right now they're really controlling it well. 6,000 gold lead. And again, with the Kufra, you could engage. And the thing is, they will never know what's going on. And even though Kaja is technically a counter towards the Kufra, where it's like, okay, you go in, I'm going to pull you in even deeper. But it's really hard to do that when RRQ AKIRA, with their lineup, they could re-engage very fast. Takashi, King, they could go in just as fast, and even if they can't, Saigon could set it up. Everyone's slowed, everyone can come in as fast as just about anyone else.
And slowly, they're looking. Oh, that Magic Sentry reveals the concealed play, so Occupied Thrones knows exactly what's up. Shenanigans afoot, not on my watch, says Occupied Thrones. That's a level 1 Lord marching up top, and look at how synchronized these waves are. Maybe a little bit off on the bottom lane, but that top lane inhibitor is going to be no more. RRQ AKIRA going for the siege.
Going for the siege right now. Takashi going in the Black Dragon form. He's looking for the backline. Mero is trying to run away. Hulk, anybody with free food over to this Takashi Dragon.
And bottom lane gonna slowly go away as well. Gusta La Gusta, the Wrecking Ball, smashing on through. Heavy spin!
Oh, heavy spin catches 2, but he has to duck out. The Red Wall Manivation going in. Lewis charges out, trying to look for the target as well. He's jumping to the core for now, but Gato outputting some free damage. RRQ Brazil, they know they're disciplined. They finish up the objective, and they run away for free.
Right now, I gotta be critical, because this is the point where we see it's not good to have conflicting ideas. When you catch someone, you want to kill them fast. If you want to kill someone fast, you need a lot of burst, not damage per second. So now, it's really unsynergistic for Occupied Thrones, where you can catch someone, but who's gonna finish it off? You gotta set up, but you don't have the payoff.
Yep. Oh! Close. Oh, fast fingers on Gado. I totally agree, Lafel. By the way, the fact that minute 1 we walked in, we questioned the pacing. We questioned where is this going. It's like watching an action film, and it's always with the drama, right? Like you're wondering what's going on.
Yeah, they started with climax, and speaking of climax, it has landed. Takashi all the way to the back line. Myra will be the first victim, followed by Hulk at the same time. The realm of manipulation, Gado nowhere to run, and nothing to do. They'll be banned against RRQ.
RRQ AKIRA draws first blood, putting